Hello Guardians, it is Ebontis here, and we are going to talk about a lore book, actually. One that I mentioned as I made my previous Chronicler video. There are two that are time limited. Truth to Power I kind of explained earlier, that's the one you need to do when it's Curse Week 3. You have to go visit Mara's throne world. But the other one that is kind of time limited, or you have a specific time when you can work on it, is going to be Variks the Loyal. Now, this book is related very much to the Tangled Shore, and quite specifically when the Tangled Shore is the Flashpoint, which it currently is this week. So it has to be the Flashpoint for this to even be able to get worked on, mainly because that's the only time these pages drop. Now, there are many places these can drop from. I got one from a public event. You can get them supposedly from like high-level enemies. You can do your heroic adventures, and you can also do lost sectors. Now, I'll give you guys kind of the tips on like where I found most of them here in a second, but just wanted you guys to know there are specific weeks when these can get worked on. If you're working for the Chronicler pin and you can accomplish everything else, and maybe this is one of the last pieces, or if you're like me, you know the Truth to Power, you're going to be able to finish on August 27th just in time, but you may be out of town for something or whatever. The weeks that you can work on this one before August 31st are as follows. So you have the current week right now, May 21st through May 27th. Then the next time you can work on this lore book is going to be July 9th through July 15th, just after Guardian Con and July 4th and stuff. And then the final time this will come up is August 27th through September 2nd. But if you want to buy the lore pin, those go off sale. Like they will no longer be for sale after August 31st. So you're going to need to do it earlier in that week of August 27th. So those are the 3 weeks before the actual lore pin through the Bungie store goes off sale that you can get this one. Now, as I was saying, you can do it through public events. You can do it through heroic adventures. You can have high-level enemies, and you can do lost sectors. For me, I had a whole lot of success doing lost sectors, specifically Kingship Dock, because you can run in. There's not really anything like gating you to the boss, and depending on if you have it's a solar shielded captain, or Scorn Chieftain, I think is what it's called. And depending on what you've got, whether it's a, solar subclass, or you've got something like Jotun, or what's another example of something big and solar coming here with Avalanche, or if you've got pretty much anything that's going to be solar that dumps damage quickly, if you go buy a rally flag every so often you're doing this, you can run this one really quickly. So I'm going to show you guys this lost sector. Just know they can drop from, I got one from a public event. That was where I got one of mine. Heroic Adventure I did twice. I actually did not get any pages to drop. The like high value enemies, the ones that kind of drop the chests on their own, I think you can get them from those, but those just aren't anything I would depend on. And lost sectors, there's a reason I picked this one is mostly because the speed at which you can get to the boss, and then the speed at which you can actually like get out and do it again. So some may think like the empty tank, that's the kind of music bar one. If you've been in there, you have to run around, you have to wait for the time gated enemies to go through, then you have to run all the way to the end. The other two lost sectors kind of similar, but really the shortest one is going to be Kingship Dock. So let me go to Tangled Shore, show you guys what the loop looks like, and then we'll wrap this thing up. But I just wanted to make this quick one for you guys, so if you do want to work on this lore book over the weekend, you can. Also, if you're watching this now, I'm trying to get this up Friday morning. So this is going up May 24th, and 8 a.m. Central Time. We are going to be doing the Last Word podcast. So if you're watching this one, we do our Last Word podcast typically Friday morning. And if you're watching this one this morning, tune in and check us out and join me on twitch.tv/Ebontis. But let's go to Tangled Shore and see this loop. All right, Guardians, so once you land on Tangled Shore, this is your loop to Kingship Dock. I've got Jotun, for example, but honestly, like this one's fairly quick. But if you have a solar super, if you hit a rally flag in between and have some heavy ammo, just go through, hit the rotation, and then, so here's a good example. So rally flag is going to come up. So what I would do is land in, jump on my Sparrow, quickly run by the rally flag, and that's why this one's also really nice because it's right here by it. And then you can go in here. By the time you get to the door, sometimes it'll open, sometimes not. Literally run on up and turn about 90 degrees to the right, cross on over. And just run straight to the back of this thing. There's no reason to like hang out, kill other enemies. Run straight back to the boss. You don't have to kill anything else for it to matter. Usually I just kind of run up here. Sorry if my voice is a little scratchy this morning. It's a little bit early, but just trying to get this one out before Last Word. So if you guys are watching this again, tune in on Twitch and catch the podcast live. And just run straight to the back. You're going to have some enemies. Watch out for a couple snipers. You might kill those. And even here, once this guy spawns, I might even shoulder charge him and kill him in one hit. Hit the rally flag, or hit that, and then you can instantly just teleport back. That's how long it takes. I don't know if that was like 30, 45 seconds, but if you do that over and over and over, that was where I got most of my pages. I probably got one on maybe every other or every third, and as that takes about a minute, and you only need about 12 of these things, it'll take you less than an hour probably if you just rotate that over and over. So see how I use Jotun. If you had a solar, you know, even a sword would actually probably not be a bad idea for ammo efficiency on that one. Use your super occasionally if you got anything like Jotun or a sniper or whatever, but you do need to run to the back as quick as you can and get the boss to spawn as soon as possible. Pop your super, hit him with a grenade, hit him with a shoulder charge, whatever you got. Soon as you kill him, and just open that chest and teleport out. If you die, no big deal, but try not to just for efficiency. But yeah, just go in, kill the boss at the end, open the chest, and come back to the rally flag. And that's where I probably got, because I think when I started this lore book, I probably had, 2 maybe? So I had quite a few of these to do. I got one from a public event. And then all the rest of them were from there. So go through and knock this one out. You only have 2 other weeks. Remember, it's this week, July 9th through July 15th, and August 27th through August 31st if you're going for that pin. But do remember, if you are going through for that pin, you have to be at least this far. You have to have number 6 for Truth to Power, because you can finish this thing up by August 27th, but that is the barely window to finish Truth to Power as well. So just a little more tidbit of help on the Chronicler lore book. Hopefully this is helpful for you all. If you did enjoy the video, drop a like below, leave a comment if you have any questions. And of course, if you guys are catching this early in the morning, catch twitch.tv/Ebontis, and we'll be doing the Last Word podcast this morning. If you don't catch it live, you can catch it on video or on audio platforms, Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts, and all that stuff. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet and you like the video, please do so. I've always got more content coming to you. Have a great morning, and I'll see you soon.